Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Herm's House Podcast. I am your host, Herm. How do you do? And is my beautiful, lovely co-host and wife, Miss Christine. Hi, babe.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You good? You caught up yet?
Caught up.
Caught up. Like I finally caught my breath. I've I've been able to sit down for a little bit. We're back. Obviously, we haven't posted in the past couple weeks, but there's a good reason for it.
I mean,
Go ahead.
with good intentions, right?
No, it was great.
I think with everything we've been doing, we were trying to um we brought the microphones. Let's put
Right.
it that way. Everywhere we went, we brought the microphones.
So
And let's every time we try to set it up,
yeah,
like
something happened.
something happened.
Yeah.
So
Exactly, and that was a problem.
yeah.
But yeah, we went to we've been gone. One, I got sick, and then you got sick. Gordy,
I know. Well, I mean, the week before that too. Was that the first week that we
yeah,
didn't post? Okay, it
yeah,
feels like
because
it's
we went
been ages.
months, right?
Yeah.
No, we went to we went to Washington D.C.
Hmm.
For our buddy Desmond's happy birthday, Des, his 40th birthday. He turned 40, although like he's 60. But I guess apparently
That's so rude.
I haven't seen his birth certificate, but apparently
It's a
he was
lie.
only 40. But he promoted to E8, senior master sergeant for those in the Air Force. And I was able to do his national anthem, and it was bad.
It wasn't
I stop it
bad.
compared to what I usually do,
I would
which I do it
say.
often.
I would say it was a step down from your
Hard,
best.
big step. Um, Unfortunately, as many of you know, our Gordy, little 6-year-old, he is in a cesspool of bacteria and viruses and all the things. It's called elementary school, first grade.
Hmm.
So he started getting sick. I mean, like the day before we left, and I mean,
Like the night before we left.
yeah,
And it seems like he does that very often.
he does that. I don't think it's that often, but it is.
I guess it just
It
feels.
just happens.
And
Like
before we leave for a trip, and
we have
not
a
just
trip.
us a trip, maybe he's going on the trip with
He's gonna go
us.
do something.
Before we're about to do something.
All of a sudden, he's sick,
Yeah.
and he had a little bit of a fever. It wasn't like crazy. My daughter's 18 years old. She's a certified babysitter. Like she's got CPR training, all this kind of stuff. My brother is down the road. Our neighbors are great. Like it was one of those things that
Well,
he
was
was
gonna go
perfectly
stay
fine.
with my mom, anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
He was perfectly fine as far as a sick kid could go. Right. Lucky for him, we were going to make him go to school while we were gone. But he was sick, so I was like, nah, yeah, just go to Mima's house. You'll be all right. So he ended up skipping 3 days of school because, in fairness, he was sick. But
He was sick. He
he
had
could
fevers.
he could have gone to school at Weenie.
No, he had
I
fevers.
disagree.
Okay,
I disagree.
Mister, I can't sing because I'm
I
coughing.
could in my chest. I had a legitimate. I couldn't like in my chest.
Yes, so you
It
were
was in my
sick.
chest.
Yes, you were sick. So
Well,
your
but I still went and
kids
did it.
were also
That's
sick.
a terrible. That's a terrible. I went and did it.
Yeah, but you still were sick,
But I
and they
went.
were sick.
I
They were
went on
sick too.
base. I was in my little polo
Probably
and
shouldn't have. I
nice
think
little
it's your
khakis.
fault I got sick because I wasn't sick
Wasn't
before we left. Then
I
you
wasn't sick
with
before we left either. It was
breathing
we
with
were
your
getting on the
hot,
plane.
hot fever breath
Hot.
into my
I'd
face.
never had a fever.
Yes,
Not
you
once.
did.
Not once.
Yes, you
Not
did.
once.
Oh my gosh.
Show me proof. You got any proof? Oh, you don't have any? Oh, imagine that. Anyways, yeah, I never got a fever,
That's a
and
lie.
it's not. And yeah,
You're the worst.
I was coughing. I did cough like it was nobody else's business, and I knew when we was getting to the airport, I was like, he gave it to me. He gave it to me. I feel it. I gotta sing tomorrow. Like this. Ugh. It was terrible. Everybody there was like, "Oh, that's you did a good job." But in fairness, nobody there had actually heard me sing previous. So for them to say, "You did a good job," had they heard me sing before, they would have been like, "You've done better."
I think it just sounded like you were nervous.
And then
'Cause you
that's
can tell when people are singing, they sound
right,
like they're
and that's the thing.
nervous.
The only even an ounce of nerves that I get when I do that anymore, I didn't even. Which my normal routine, full disclosure, is I'm gonna go get 3 or 4 beers minimum prior to any singing of said national anthem, especially if it's for somebody that I care about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a huge honor just to be asked to do it. But you're asked to do it by, a personal friend or whatever. And I didn't do that for Desmond. I definitely should have. But I was so concerned about my voice itself that I went and got like a medicine ball. I went when do I go to Starbucks by myself?
Yeah, I know that was
Literally never. And I
coming
saw
over
it.
with
I was
your
like,
Starbucks drink. Didn't even bring me anything.
oh,
That was rude.
No, it wasn't. I couldn't even. I was so like, ugh.
Because you had a fever and felt sick?
No, I didn't feel sick. My chest. It was my chest. You can
You
still
didn't
hear
feel
it.
sick?
Huh?
You didn't feel sick?
At the time?
Yeah.
Like feverish?
Just felt sick. Period.
Oh, I just, again, it felt like it was right here.
You're just like in denial. Like you don't want
right
to
here.
admit.
I was sick. I'm telling you, I was sick. That's why I'm far from denial because I don't live in, what is it, Egypt?
Yeah.
Is it, where's it?
You don't live in. Yes, it's Egypt.
Egypt. Anyways,
it didn't work.
I was going to say Africa, but Africa technically that's accurate.
This story is dragging on. You did a
Because
great job,
Okay,
regardless of
whatever.
being sick. For being sick, you did a great job
Sure.
for being sick. And that is where we were at. We were in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see our friend promote,
Yep.
and it was his birthday.
But on top
And
of
you
that,
say-
I need to add,
Of course you do.
I was so moved when he called me and his mom up to pin him on.
Yeah.
Everybody that he had there, all the people that he's worked with, all like other family members that he was with, they said, "Can we please have Miss Loretta and retired Master Sergeant Herm come up?" I'm like, "Dad, you trying to make me cry, bro? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?" That's it. For those of you that don't understand, when you pin on somebody's stripe as they're promoting, for me was my wife and my kids. It's a big deal. I've done it a couple times for other guys that have looked up to me as mentors, whatever. But then Desmond goes and says he's one of my mentors. I'm like, me? One, you're older, first of all. Weird to have a younger mentor. I'm gonna throw that out there.
A couple weeks.
By a lot of weeks. But two, it was just unexpected. I was caught off guard. And I truly did not think that my name was going to be called to go up there. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I get up there and I have to, because I'm an emotional guy whenever it comes to my friends and family. And it took a bit to be like, I'm fine. It's fine. But yeah, that was a really cool experience. DC was a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had other friends, Chris and Serena from California. They met us out there that evening, actually, because we ended up going to like a bar afterwards. And we all stayed with good old Senior Master Sergeant Desmond in his one bedroom, 600 square foot apartment.
Good old DC apartment.
DC, downtown, mind you, it was like a 5-star hotel.
I loved it.
The building itself was
the idea
immaculate.
because we come from the opposite part of the states, right? Like Arizona and Texas, things like that. Like they're not big cities where we're at. And if we are in the big cities, we live outside of the big city portion of it.
And we also don't know anybody who lives in the city, like in Dallas or San Antonio.
Right.
We don't know anybody who lives downtown.
No. And so being in that environment, because those things you only see like,
Sex in the City. Is that what it made you think of? That's what it made me think of.
No, it didn't. But
Oh.
yeah, that's true. No, it's because we weren't in New York.
Basically, it's
no.
DC. How's that different?
It was cool because it's like the building is basically, like you said, like a 5-star hotel,
Yeah.
has like the beautiful gym, indoor pool, sauna, steam room.
It was like 14 or 15
Like-
floors.
Yeah. The lobby, it has like a recording room. I was like, dang, if we lived here, we
Yeah.
could record our podcast in these rooms.
wouldn't
Probably
be able
sound
to-
a lot better and
We
look
wouldn't be
a
able to
lot better.
afford to record our podcast.
And like it just had really nice amenities. And so yeah, we stayed in this small room, which we went and showered in the gym.
Yep.
The gym locker rooms, which
The swimming pool.
the swimming
Swimming pool
pool
area.
lockers, but
Mhm.
it was so nice. They were so
I'm telling you,
nice.
5-star hotel.
Yeah, it was it was
We're
really
staying
pretty
at
in
the
there.
Ritz-Carlton down there.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
I mean, it's funny because this isn't the first experience that this friend group plus a couple of others had this experience staying in a small area all together. But there's something about it that I love that brings us like closer together,
Yeah.
right? Because we're all hanging out in the same space in the same area. We're all facing our own like bodily
There's one bathroom.
activities.
There's one bathroom in his little tiny apartment.
Yeah.
And there was 11 of us at one given moment.
Yeah.
Like there's 11 people in this one bathroom. How many times that I'm like, hey, I'm going down to the lobby because I gotta go potty.
Yeah. And you were sick. I was starting to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, navigating that on top of being in this small space,
Yeah.
hanging out with friends, it was fun. I like it because I like the idea. He was like, "Don't go get an Airbnb,
Oh,
stay
he
with
was
us,"
begging.
which is great. I was fine. I think having and being in space when you're visiting, especially during the holidays
Yeah.
and the times that you're visiting friends, to be able to be in the same space when you go to bed and then when you wake up,
I
you're
didn't
all in the
even
same
consider
space.
an Airbnb, to be honest. Like Chris and Serena had mentioned it, but in fairness, we got the bed and Chris and Serena had to sleep on the air mattress.
Yeah.
And it leaked a little bit the first night, and they were kind of like, like tacoed in with each other because it
Yeah.
folded in the middle.
Well, you're the bougie one.
Yeah, and they're definitely bougie, way
Yeah,
bougier than
you're
us.
the bougie
I'm
one.
bougie.
Yeah, you would have not slept on the air mattress.
I would have slept on the floor. I'd have preferred the floor.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have been like, I need to go get an Airbnb.
Yeah, but it was like, it was really fun.
Hey, we got there first, bro.
We got to see some of the monuments, which I've been there before. You've been there
Yeah.
before. Our friends haven't been there before, so
The biggest difference was I have been there before and you've been there before, but both times have been for work. We didn't go to be in DC, right? So it wasn't minus having to like leave to do stuff with Desmond. It was very much like we're just here to look at stuff. And to me, that was a lot more enjoyable because I had seen it before, but I was like, this is really cool to get to see it again and not have to be like, oh, we gotta go to work tomorrow. Because that was my experience.
yeah, that's true, I guess. I think having more time out there would have been cool to. There's so much to see in DC, like you cannot do that in one day.
5 days. I think even 5 days, you're not going to touch a tenth of it. It's
because
ridiculous.
all the Smithsonian's like themselves take a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the monuments, I think you could get through the monuments, majority of them in a day and a half. But depends on how long you sit there and read and look at everything.
And that's what I was going to say. Yes, 100% you can stop and say like, oh, look, it's the Lincoln Memorial, and then just walk by it. But no, if you want to go see the Lincoln Memorial and then you actually want to read all the things and see why he has his own memorial and all that stuff, which most people know, but a lot of people don't, go to each one, which the World War I Memorial, for me, I was just like, come on, guys. Come on, this is the First Great War, and we give them a freaking bottle cap style, like, it's the tiny memorial. It's...
Either way.
Compared to the World War II, it's massive. And there's so many things.
But there's so many things to see, and you do need time to go see it. And I think
you better either get a rascal one of them little scooters or some decent walking shoes. Because if not,
it is a lot of walking.
Your feet gonna hurt. We should have got them little scooters. Imagine all four of us.
I mentioned let's ride the scooters.
No, not those. I'm talking about the sit down ones. Them like
like the old people scooters.
The rascals. They're called rascals.
Oh, I didn't know it's called a rascal.
Yeah, you sit down and you just ding. Get a little basket in the front.
Slow.
Way faster than what we would have been walking.
Nah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, but it was really cool. And then we got to go see the White House.
Mm-hmm. From the back and the front.
Yeah. Yeah, the White House was cool. Just seeing like there was a guy I don't know if he was honestly protesting. He was just yelling. I don't know if he was yelling mean or bad
I'm
things.
sure to him he was protesting.
But was he protesting or was just loudly yelling facts about the White House, right? Because I couldn't hear what he was saying.
It just looked like he was really mad at the White House and mad at us for standing near the White House. He is a gentleman that did not seem very good in the head. He seemed like he was, had some potential. That's going off of sight from what we saw. He's probably perfect and was just angry that day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was interesting because every other time I've been there, I didn't see anything like that.
Well, it was my first time seeing the White House. I'd never gone to the White House before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my first time being there. So that was...
No, I've seen that a couple times now. The first time during the day like that, but there was nothing there. And then the second time was at night, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's all lit up and stuff.
And then there's
all the monuments lit up. I think, you know what, to me, seeing them at night compared to in the day, they seem more stoic. They seem more like grand when you have the lights and all that stuff compared to you see during the day. And it is super awesome.
I think it's because it's more like, it's almost like a spotlight.
Yeah. Well,
like a spotlight on each one.
Yeah, super nice.
But yeah, it's really cool. I think the next time around we should take the kids.
Oh, I think we'd have to wait until the kids are grown-ups. Because yes, there are kids stuff, but like if we go take Gordy and be like, hey, look, it's the Lincoln Memorial. He'd be like, I don't know what that is. And then I'm going to try to explain it. He's going to be like, boring. Golly. He's going to be a bug.
Yeah. Well, and I think
but the
for
rest
him,
of them are
it's
adults,
more of a run-through kind of trip where he gets to just see things. But yeah, I think maybe waiting until he's like 10 or 11. to see like what are his interests are and things like that.
I wouldn't not take him like right now because we do have the other teenagers. I think
Mhm.
that would definitely be like a summer trip instead of Disneyland. But you guys always want to go to Disneyland, to go and do. There's like Busch Gardens out there in Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, there's other things to do out
I'm just
there.
saying there's like a
Yeah, yeah,
amusement
for
park.
sure.
But I'm saying you guys would rather go to Disneyland. That's fine. I get it. Whatever. But
Yeah.
you don't want to go see a bunch of historic monuments and
No, I think
hear
they would
dad
like to see
hear
that
dad
too.
give you all the stats about why is the Washington Monument two different kinds of stone. Let me be the one to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would be like, when are we gonna go get
Alright,
lunch?
already. Yeah. No, I think they'd like it. I think it'd be a good experience, and I had a great experience being there and seeing the things. And it's like because we came in Arizona when before we left, it was still warm, and so then we go over there and it's super cold. And by super cold, I mean like
I
65
was gonna say
degrees,
40s and 60s. Yeah.
and that's super cold to me.
Which
So
just last week I think it was in like the sevens because they had a huge, what is it called, nor'easter, one of those big giant winter storms.
what?
I think that's what it's called, a nor'easter. I could look it up,
That's
but
a cold front.
it's like a cold front, but specifically in the Northeast,
Oh, okay, like El Nino down
like
here.
El Nino.
Yeah, and so it was really cool being there, but it's not snowy and just cool weather. But yeah, I left there sick, and you were starting to feel better. You were still coughing, and then the worst is like getting on the planes nowadays and having a cough,
It's terrible. I hate it.
especially after COVID, because they're like, I don't have COVID.
You know,
I might have
I might have
COVID.
COVID. I haven't checked. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't check.
No.
But for the record,
Um,
a nor'easter, it is NOR apostrophe Easter. It is a powerful extratropical cyclone that develops along the U.S. East Coast, named for the strong northeasterly winds it produces along the coastline.
hmm,
So I got it right. Anywho,
I
they had
tried
gotten
not to
one.
yawn mid factor.
Oh my god! You could just hear eyes widen.
I was like, yeah. If you were watching it, you saw me struggling.
Rude.
But yeah. No, I lost what I was saying. Oh, on the
Getting
plane,
on a plane.
coughing, whatnot. We made it back.
Hey, we got on the subway. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, we rode the metro.
And then we rode the subway by ourselves because Desmond and them, because he had his family down up from Florida and down from New York, so he had quite a bit of family. And it was hilarious because other than his 30-something-year-old cousin, everybody else was 55 plus.
Mhm.
So it was just a bunch of elderly people. Awesome. They were the best crowd. They were hilarious. They were loud as all of my family is, and it was great. I had an awesome time.
Yeah,
But
it was cool. The metro was cool because that was the first time I ever rode a subway. So like going down into the subway, it's like the movies. Every movie, every Disney ride, all the things I've seen, they did do it justice. Because
They
I was
did?
like, I feel like I'm in a movie again. Felt like I'm in a movie because
Did you
I've
just get a
only
British
seen.
accent? I feel
No,
like I'm in a movie.
no, it's probably just how my nose
Gotcha.
and throat
I
are
was
set up
like,
right now because I have
the way it's all set up.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
But it was really cool getting to see it like when you're there and it just like goes
We
right
got to go
past
to the
you.
blue route, and we got to go to the
Oh my
green
god,
route.
I would have been so lost. Thankfully, we had Serena there, like every directions. Because I was like, we gotta go over there. She's like, no, it's this one, and I'm like, oh. So I almost hopped on the track going the wrong way.
I 100% would have just been like, we're Ubering. I don't care. The fact that you guys wanted to go back to the metro from where we were at to go to the movie, I was like, but why?
It was only around the corner because when me and Serena went to go get coffee, it was literally around the corner. Like the way we walked a different way, and it was like, why don't we just come this way?
So I said, because the first time I had gone was a different way. Mind you, we were staying in Virginia. We weren't staying in, so I have no idea. That's why I just didn't say anything. But there was a metro stop like right by the Vietnam Memorial where we were standing at.
Mm-hmm.
There's one like across the street right there. And I had even mentioned, I was like, I'm pretty sure. And you're like, no, it's over here. I was like, again.
I didn't look it up. Serena looked it up.
So one time, a long time ago, and if my buddy Godwin listens and watches, we were driving back from Mexico, and there was a sign that said Phoenix that way.
Mm.
And we were driving, I'm passenger, and I was like, well, it says Phoenix that way, bro. He's like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go straight. I said, dude, the sign said, I don't know. The sign said Phoenix. He was like, fine. We went, and it took him basically down the 8 all the way to like Casa Grande, and then we had to drive all the way up to Phoenix rather than just take that road, whatever that road was,
Sure.
up to Phoenix. And he was like, "Are you kidding me? You took us however many, whatever, out of the way." I was like, the sign said, what do you want me to say? This is long before, this is like 2006, long before GPS. We sure didn't have MapQuest. And yeah, he got a little upset with me. Hey, it is what it is. I remember driving in his little Mustang, driving back up to base. He's all mad. And hey, my bad. So ever since then, I'm like, hey, look it up. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I usually wander, and then I go back to where I was originally at.
Right.
So like I won't go find new. I'll go like the breadcrumbs, like Hansel and Gretel. I put my breadcrumbs down.
Not really familiar, but yeah.
You don't know the story of Hansel and
I
Gretel?
don't know. They got eaten by a witch or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I know the breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
Sure.
you leave the breadcrumbs so that way you know how to get back.
Yeah.
Although
You know how many pigeons
the
are out
bird
there?
ate
They've
the
been
breadcrumbs.
done.
Anyways, it's like a breadcrumb trail in my brain.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I just go back. I don't go find new. Like, where else can I go? Because then I get off track and I'll get lost, and then it's overwhelming and like all of those things are so overwhelming to me.
Yeah, I hear you. Especially those big cities, and like it was getting dark, and like I was not in the business of trying
Freaks
to find.
come out at night.
I was there the whole time.
Out at night.
I was there the whole time.
Yeah. So we made it though, and it was. Like I said, again, I'm trying to leave from DC. But you keep going back to DC.
Oh, I was just gonna say we spent 5 days there, and it feels like every time we hang out with them, that group specifically, it feels like it's a day.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there for 5 days, and then we're leaving, and I'm like, "Oh, we're leaving already?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been 5 days.
It's by.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we left.
Finally.
Because we already talked about being in the plane.
And we were home for a whole day.
Yeah, we were home for a whole day. Didn't even unpack.
Oh, I unpacked everything. I just left your stuff in there because you were still semi-packed because you always pack 400 items for a 1-day trip.
Yeah, but you never know what you're going to need.
I do.
No, you don't.
Pair of jeans.
Yeah, but
T-shirt.
you don't, it's easier for you. But it's
backwards hat.
What are we going to wear? What are we going to do? We didn't know what we were going to do.
You know what? I did take
fancy
2
outfits.
polos.
I have, it's cold over there, so I need layers. So, yeah, and then, turning around and leaving for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we went to Texas.
San Antonio.
And we drove. All the way to San Antonio.
It's
from
far.
Tucson. It's a long drive.
It's only 12 hours.
We're not driving again.
Oh, no, I've looked up tickets. We're driving.
We're not driving again. We're flying.
I'm not spending $1,500 on airplane tickets. Mm-hmm. And then we got to get a rental car because your sister ain't got an extra car. Tripping? No.
Where are we going to go? We can Uber.
With all 5 of us?
Yeah.
All 6 of us if Doodle comes?
Yeah.
Once again, I said it the first time.
Van.
I said it again. Tripping. So, yeah.
And also, if Layla, by the next time we go, Layla's going to be in college.
She'll be living out there?
She'll be living out there.
So
she could drive to us and we'll drive her car around.
With that said, that at this point, 100% accurate, yes. At this point, what we will do, because we have like our Southwest card and all that stuff, now you have to get your own so you can build your companion pass. Mm-hmm. And that way it'll be significantly cheaper. I'll put Gordy on mine. You put Mariano on yours. We'll buy one for Cruiser if he goes with us.
Sure.
3 tickets is a heck of a lot cheaper than 5.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Understood, and that's fair. I'm down. Sure. But as of right now, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. The drive, well, so to be fair, I was sick now. Now I'm full blown in this cold or whatever it is that everybody got. Mm-hmm. So driving up there, I pretty much slept the entire way.
The whole way.
I felt like trash.
You did give me my much needed.
Yeah, I did drive for like 3 hours.
And
that was rough. I'm not going to lie. I felt like trash and I was driving. I was like, man, one of our kids should have been driving. Because you could have made them drive like garbage.
They both have licenses.
Yeah, they do. And I told you, this is a perfect long drive to let them, and then you just never let them
I just get nervous whenever I'm not awake with them. And the intent was to sleep.
Oh, well, yes, you were going to sleep.
That was the intent.
And struggle busing with the freaking drive because I was sick. Because again, other than that 3 hours that I was awake driving, I think I slept the other 8 hours
8.5
that we were driving. Mm-hmm. I mean, mind you, I didn't get very much sleep the night before.
Right.
Or very much sleep a couple nights before that because I just felt like trash. Mm-hmm. And so then we got there and we went to Bucky's.
Love Bucky. We went to Bucky's like 8 times.
But we always stop at Bucky's
Love
first.
Bucky's.
And now my sister lives like right next to Bucky's.
If you ain't been to Bucky's before,
Bucky's is the Costco of gas stations.
gas stations.
And it has all kinds of stuff in it, all kinds of food, all kinds of just stuff that you can
Clothes. You can go buy a welcome mat.
buy.
I mean, it's got everything. Paintings.
Yeah. It's
Bathroom decor.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so Bucky's is always fun. We stayed with my sister.
Yep.
We got there Wednesday night.
We got matching PJs at Bucky's.
We got matching PJs at Bucky's.
Which we will be for when we do our Christmas little recording, we will be wearing
We'll be wearing our
yes,
matching
absolutely.
PJs, yeah. And so the first night we stayed at my sister's house
Mm-hmm.
because our timeshare that we have over there didn't have availability on Wednesday night, but the rest of the time it did. And so there was this air mattress that
It felt like it was 10 times bigger than Desmond's house. I just want to say.
It did. It was funny.
It's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It felt like it was a mansion.
And we had more people, well, us, because we had our kids.
Yep.
And so we've had an air mattress, and you slept on the couch,
Mhm.
Layla slept on the couch, and me and Gordy slept on their air mattress. But at a certain point, he was waking up, freaking out in the middle of the night, like
crying.
like crying, like sleep crying.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's so, like, it was so weird, sleep crying. He's like, I want mommy. I'm like, I'm right here. Like, I'm literally right here. And he's just crying for me. And I'm like, I'm right here. And he did that so many times throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bed was deflating. So him and I were kind of like deflated. So at one point he was crying and I was like, babe, get him up. Because I couldn't get up because of the way it was like tacoed in. And he was in. And so finally, so him and I slept at your feet.
Yep.
Like on the bottom of the couch. So, I mean, sleep is not.
It was like an L-shaped sectional thing.
Yeah, because he was spread out on one side. And then I was trying not to bother you or hit your feet on the other side. And it was miserable.
Yeah.
And so Thanksgiving Day was the next day, Thursday. We went, checked in, and then got ready and came back. I think my body had it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think my body just hated me and it was like, you're done. Because then all of a sudden I got the worst fever. Like, I felt absolutely miserable. Like, didn't even want to eat. Like,
right.
Layla and my mom and Mike were all cooking in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like garbage. Like, I couldn't help. There was no way. And it was.
In fairness, it was a fairly small kitchen. A fourth would have been a lot,
right?
Had you gone in there and started trying to, because that's, I mean,
true.
I didn't have any intentions of helping to begin with. I just want to throw
I was going to say
there.
you don't.
I had
help.
zero intentions because football was on. I had beer in my hand. I'm good. However, when it's at my house, I'm smoking the turkey and we're doing all that stuff.
And that's all you do when you watch football. Like, you don't help other than smoking
and
the
then
turkey.
I have beer too. But yes, you were all cuddled up on the couch with like 18 blankets on.
You're like, it's so hot. I'm like, it's so cold. Like, I had all the blankets plus like I was in a sweater. You tried giving me like a drink and I tried drinking it and I was like, no, not happening. Like, felt like trash. And so I slept that. I was like that the rest of the evening.
Your mom went to drink the rest of it and she was like, oh, I don't know. She's sick. I'm like, you've kissed her on the cheek every day that we've seen each other since we've gotten here. And she's like, yeah, you're right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So she's sick right now.
Yeah. So yeah, that went the rest of the night. Everybody was playing games. And I just felt like trash because I wanted to play and I wanted to participate, but I just was not having it.
Yeah.
But I think through the night, the fever finally broke. Because I remember in the middle of the night just feeling like the sweats. When you have that fever and all of a sudden you just start sweating, like everything on your body just sweating. I had that in the middle of the night.
Wild take. Maybe I'm the only one. That feels glorious.
It's the release.
It's the release of like, even though you're gross and sweaty, you're just like, oh, finally. Oh.
Yeah.
But it feels great.
Yeah. Because it's
so
finally
nice.
passed.
Yep.
And so then like finally able to get up and feel like normal.
It was great.
Yeah. It was great after that because then we felt good.
Well, it was great for me because I don't know if you were watching, but the Dallas Cowboys don't often win on Thanksgiving. Let's at least
don't often win, period. So let's just put that
we don't
out
have to
there.
go that far. Lost yesterday, but we won against the Chiefs. We beat the Chiefs, the defending AFC champs. The week after we beat the defending NFC champs, and it was great. You know how I am with football, especially with the Cowboys. they won. It made the rest of the evening just great because they play the afternoon game. So the rest of the evening, I was just like, let's go, And then we go the very next day, and we're in the Central Texas area. At that point, we're probably about 45 minutes from the University of Texas, and I'd say 45 minutes in the opposite direction of the Texas A&M. Texas A&M and Texas were playing each other on Friday evening, and we went to a restaurant/bar thing to go watch it. And we're sitting in the middle, big table. There was probably 11 of us in that group, and the table next to us, so the table in front of me, we were sitting long ways, the table behind us, and then the table. But I just wanted to make it
we're surrounded
as visual as you can.
Sure.
There were 3 tables surrounding us, all A&M fans.
Well, it's funny too because we're going, and we had initially had reservations for the bar. My sister had. She got there. They're like, "We don't have your reservation." She's like, "I called, confirmed. You said we had," and then he's like, "Well, we can find a spot for you." Of course, they try to find a spot in the corner, and then they're like, "Well, kids aren't allowed." We're like, "What the?" Okay, fine. So we left that place, and you're like, "There's a Buffalo Wild Wings around the corner." So we're like, "Cool, we'll go to the Buffalo Wild Wings." So we're driving up, and it was not a Buffalo Wild Wings.
This is a big buffalo head.
This buffalo head, and I was like, I don't think that's a Buffalo Wild Wings. And it's buffalo rings and wings. Wings and things, or rings and wings. I was just like, well, hopefully this is so. And as I'm walking in, it looks like an old Denny's. So I was like, there's no way they're going to have TVs and stuff, because I'm thinking sports bar. And sure enough, you walk in there, and they have a bunch of TVs.
Everywhere.
It looks like a Denny's that's been turned into a sports bar.
Right.
And it's so funny because Gordy brought it up the other day. He's like, "Dad, remember when we went to Buffalo Wings and things?
Rings and wings.
Rings and wings or whatever."
Yeah.
He's like, "That wasn't a Buffalo Wild Wings."
It wasn't. No. And it's hilarious because I just searched Buffalo because I was going to put Buffalo Wild Wings. And that was the first thing that came up. And I was like, oh, because, of course, the first name is Buffalo. Done. It's 1.8 miles. Let's go. We get there. And it was great.
You got lucky.
I thought 100%. I was fully prepared to just be like, let's just go back to Monique's house. Like, that's fine. No big deal. We'll just order some food. Whatever. I just want to watch the game. Yeah. And we go in there, and the food was great. The waitress was hilarious. I kept messing with her. She kept shooting it right back to me. And the worst part about it was when I asked her how old she was, and she's like, I'm 20. I'm like, dang, my kid's older than you. You're like a year and a half older than the kid that's sitting right here.
It's going to start being like that.
Gosh, dang it. All of them. Especially we got the little 6-year-old running around.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyways, it turned out to be great. Texas ends up winning in dominant fashion. Let's go. That was an awesome second half. And so I'm sitting there riding the high off the Cowboys win, and then Texas wins. And then U of A wins. I'm not a U of A fan, but the rest of the family was. Let's go. What a weekend. We had a great time.
Well, because then on Saturday we went to Texas State game, and Texas State won.
Texas, because your sister works. She's a police department for Texas State University, and she got us tickets to the game. We get to go to that game. First of all, the seats were great.
Yeah.
And it was $1 hot dog night. That was dope. And then
it's the last home game. They're trying to get rid of the hot dogs.
They have to get the rest of the hot dogs. Yeah, they're like $1. Everybody buy a beer, you get $1. You get a hot dog for $1. So we got a few hot dogs. Gordy was like, I don't want a hot dog. I gave him half the hot dog. He ate half of it and was like, yeah, I don't want it. Like, you ate half of it. They won. It was a lot of fun. Did you see the tradition of because they were bowl eligible? That was so they had to win to be eligible. In college, you have to win 6 games or more, and you're eligible for a bowl game at the end of the season. That was their 6th final game was their 6th victory. So apparently, it is tradition at Texas State University to jump into the Guadalupe River after the game when you become bowl eligible. And I saw it on the news. Kids were just shirtless, jumping into this freaking river.
Well, I mean, because the temperature had dropped that night.
It did. It got cold.
It was like 40 degrees. But my sister said that the Guadalupe is 70 degrees year-round.
Again, I hear you. 'Cause you mentioned that last time, and I understand. But it ain't 72 when you get out.
No.
You get out that dang water, and you're just...
Yeah. But I think your adrenaline's going, and you're just there with your buddies and having a good time.
Hopefully you're drunk.
We got to go on the field.
Yep.
Mariano was adamant about going on the field.
It was a great.
He wants to go there for school, and I'm hoping he does get to live out that dream. We'll do our best we can to get him there.
Yep.
But it was cool just being out there and seeing him be excited about it. Hopefully that turns a leaf or opens some kind of drive in him to like fight for it.
It is a Division I school. It is a much lower Division I school. They are moving to the Pac-12, which is where the U of A used to be, and they moved out of going to the Big 12. But the Pac-12 currently only has 2 teams, and they're bringing in a bunch of lower Division I teams to try to boost them up, and in turn, it boosts the conference. But Texas State was selected as one of those schools. So this year was their last year in the Sun Belt, which is a much, much lower conference. That's the only concern that I have, because now it'll be like more quote unquote competitive. You're playing bigger schools,
maybe. Well, and I think him seeing, because one of the kids out there played with Noah.
Yeah, he played out in El Paso. Shout out Bo Sparks.
So that was cool, and I think him seeing, because Mariano went to that high school his freshman year,
right?
So he got to see him that year.
Had we stayed there, that's where they would have been right now, graduating from.
Yeah, and so I think that was a little bit motivating. I think also seeing that Bo started at a different school and then transferred there was also motivating, like to show him you don't have to go straight to a D1. You can start at a lower school and then go over to a D1. Right. So it's crazy with these kids getting older and feeling like these opportunities that are in the grasp, right? They're so close that they can have and be a part of. Like this year, Layla's applied to a bunch of schools, so we're like, okay, we're gonna wait to see which school accepts her and which school she goes into and where she's actually going. I was watching one of the Housewives shows, and they were doing a bed party for. So it's
yeah.
No, so
I know what that is,
so when someone like decides where they're gonna go to school, they do a bed party. So you decorate their room and their bed specific area with like all things of the college that they're going to be going to. So I want to do that for Layla once we figure out where she's going, because that'd be so much fun. But it's just so crazy to me. Like, the time is flying. And you're like, I think, where did we go? We were doing something like, are you sad yet? And it hasn't hit me yet.
Right.
Until we're driving away, right? Until they're actually like not in my possession anymore.
Right. Like
because that happened with Noah. Yeah. And like dropping him off at the airport, I was okay. It's when we started driving away that I lost it. So I'm not ready. We were looking at all the senior stuff, and I'm like, because it was senior night at Texas State, and I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for any of it.
I was fine with Noah leaving, because I knew like he's going, the military, and it's just I did it, so I knew what he was getting into, and regardless of what his experience was going to be like, I had done it before. So I was like, no, he's good. He's safe. He's going to make stupid choices, and we all do. But hopefully nothing bad enough to where it's going to be like troublesome. And it hasn't been. But with Layla being my only daughter, going and taking her, I've never lived in a college dorm or a college town as a single college student without a family and, things like that. So that for me, I think is going to be the most difficult part, is taking her, dropping her off and be like, okay, well, we're going home. We'll see you later. And then she's just going to be by herself. Whether she has a roommate or not, like, it's still just going to be like, all right, you're on your own, kid. We'll see you later. You're going to go from being in a house full of kids that are super annoying to her and the dogs and her parents that are annoying and all that, to just you by yourself, and then be like, who knows?
Which I'm kind of like, I'm hoping she gets into one of the schools over there near my sister, because then at least my sister's nearby.
She was telling me she wants to join a sorority. I was like, that's freaking adorable.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends joined a sorority at ASU, the boys, Theas, and they had such a great time. Like, they loved being a part of the sorority.
And they still are. Cool. It's one of those things that you're part of that for life.
Yeah.
So I told her, absolutely, pledge, find the girls.
Because you don't have to live in the house.
No.
You can still, like, do whatever you're doing and still be part of the sorority, because that's what the girls did. And I think that would be really great. I just want them to have the full experience.
College experience.
Yeah. Just go do all the things.
And that's mainly because we didn't have it.
Right.
Because we were adults by the time, like, we were parents by the time it was time for us to, like, be in this position. You already had a kid. At Layla's age right now, Mariano was already 7 months old.
At Layla's age?
Because he was born the month after.
October, November, December. No, he would have been a month old.
He's a month old.
Mariano would have
You have
been
a
a month
baby.
old. Mm-hmm.
You have a baby, and it's a heck of a lot harder than Gordy is right now, currently.
Mm-hmm.
So, hugely different.
Especially because I was doing it on my own, too,
Correct.
back then.
Yeah.
At that point.
So, the fact that she doesn't have to experience an ounce of that, that's great. So, that's why we want her to be living this life. I'm just worried, she's a girl, she's tiny, and
yeah, we hear all these stories, and like I was just reading about a Texas A&M girl that had died, and they were like, "Oh, something happened to her," and she ended up finding out she like committed suicide.
They're saying it was suicide, and then they're saying no,
but I'm just like, that's so
not.
crazy. It's the world out there is crazy, and you're sending your kids out there. I mean, every day I still think about that too. With like Gordy, you were watching this other show the other day. It's all her fault, and the kid's gone. All he was just gone. He was at school, and someone picked him up, and it's like, what the heck? Like, how is your kid just gone? You're just expecting them,
Yeah.
It's crazy. You take a lot of things for granted every day sometimes. But I think it was like, this is why I have anxiety. I worry about all of these things all the time.
And then you watch the show that actually your worst fears actually come true in the show, and you're like, no!
You see, it can happen.
Great show, by the way. If you ain't seen it, it's on HBO Max, I believe, or Peacock. It's on Peacock. Give it a quick rating, because I watched the whole thing. You watched, I don't know, 2/3 of it.
I watched enough of the show.
Yeah, you watched like 2/3 of it.
Like,
the details that you missed really
to not get the major anxiety of it.
Yeah, the details that you missed really weren't like groundbreaking. At 4 out of 5 stars. Like it was awesome. Great show.
It was good. I mean, seeing it
8 episodes.
Because like you were watching it, and then I just caught the first episode and like the last episode.
So. It's a couple in the middle, but it's the fact that yes, we drop our kid off. You dropped your kid off this morning, and you watch him walk to the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when we go to pick him up, like we watch him walk out of the gate. Mind you, it was like their nannies picking up the babies.
But either way, you have a plan for your kid to be somewhere, and then the kid is not there, and you're like,
and then he's
oh
not.
My gosh. So yeah, it's just like all of these worries that I have for my kids all the time, sending them out into the world.
What is like comforting, I guess, is that it's such an era of like girl power. You know what I mean? And for her to join a sorority, I think for the most part, she would have that like community of girls that be like, no, she's not going to go by herself.
Oh,
no, she's not
for sure. Yeah. I see it. You just find your tribe.
And it'll be it's like, back in the day, it's like, well, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know, whatever. Now it's like, they're saying too much. Now it's like, okay, they're fine. Actually, that's her boyfriend. She's the one picking him up. Like, what do you mean? But it's good. That's the community that I want her in. That's I would much rather it be overbearing than underwhelming, because then that obviously leads to way worse things. But I listened to the Bobby Bones show, and a couple of the girls on that show were both in sororities when they were in college.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that really traditionally you only live in the house your sophomore year. So even if you do live in the house, unless you want to be part of like the board and all that stuff, you live in it your sophomore year, and then you move out and you go live in your own apartment or whatever, probably with one of your sorority sisters.
Yeah.
And that would be ideal. I know she's worried about like the cost and all that stuff. Luckily, we're in a position where it's like, by no means is it like, oh, just do whatever you want. But we're in a position where if she wants to do that, we could definitely make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So at least to have that mindset for her to be like, let me just, what is it called? Pledge?
Mm-hmm. Pledge week, rush, all that stuff. There's like a bunch of things.
I don't know. Obviously, I didn't do it.
Because there's one, like rush, I think is whenever you go all like to see all of the different sororities, you get to go check out everything. Okay. And then pledge week is like when you pick one, mm-hmm. and then you go and pledge to.
Yeah. I just think of Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know if you ever watched that.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. What was the other one that I watched with Amanda Bynes? Sydney. She was like, no, it wasn't She's All That. No.
She's the Man?
No, that's a different one. It was like a play on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
No idea.
You haven't seen that one? It's actually really good. What is it called? Sydney White. Yeah, it's a good one.
Sounds like a president's daughter.
I also think of Legally Blonde. She was in a sorority too. Mm-hmm. And they're helping her study for.
And what's the other one? House Bunny?
House Bunny, that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think of those things, and those are. I'd rather her get into the one that the house bunny ends up being the house bunny of, rather than
The House Mothers.
the house
It's called the
mother.
House Mother, not
Oh,
House
whatever.
Bunny.
But that's the name of the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, but
But the first
I
one, they're
want her
like
to have a house bunny.
so nice, so nice, so nice. That they're all rude and like
Yeah.
pompous, and you're just like, shut up. Yeah, but that would probably be the one that Layla goes for. Oh, brother. Oh. She's still sick.
I'm just over it.
I was
I
over
like
day
have
one,
this. You don't know how much I'm suffering.
dude. No, you're right. I have no idea. I just went through the whole thing, but you're right. Tell me more.
You don't
Anywho,
know nothing.
whatever. Anyways, so this week we are finally just kind of chilling. But next week, well, this
I've
week,
not
I mean,
been chilling. I've been working. I've been doing work.
but work from home, like you're
But
hanging out.
it's working. Like
I'm not.
it's not.
We're not on an airplane.
You
We're
want to
not in a
like
car.
play it off as you're just working. No, I'm working.
It's not a playoff. I'm saying you're not in an airplane and you're not driving, and you're not in somebody else's house.
That's true.
Like you're in your own bed. You're eating your own food.
Yeah.
It is. We're finally home. You can.
Yeah, and we're not traveling anytime
Yes,
soon.
and that's the point. Yes, you are working.
I was
No, we're
talking
not
to
just
one of
sitting
my
on the
clients.
couch.
She goes, "Oh, you guys are finally back. Are you going to travel some more in December?" And I was like, "No,
Absolutely not.
we're done for the rest of the year."
Yeah.
But yeah, we have your big birthday coming up.
It's not that big a birthday.
Big birthday.
No.
It's next week.
Mhm.
You're gonna be 40.
But I ain't yet.
But you are almost there.
That didn't rhyme at all. That was terrible. Yeah, that'll be next Thursday, I think. So probably recording the next day after that.
Your first day as a 40-year-old.
Yep. I'll let you know how my first poop goes.
Yeah.
That's apparently
I
your
do
thing.
that. I was like, you know how like when babies they turn 1, you're like, oh my god, his first haircut, his first this, his first that, and I'm like, last year I think it was like, how was your first poop as a 39-year-old?
I was like the same as it was yesterday.
It's the same. We just need to celebrate the little things sometimes. Your first things as a 40-year-old.
Sure. All right. I'll keep
A
you
new
posted.
decade.
I'll keep
You're
you
in a
posted.
new decade. 40 decades of Herm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm putting together this party. It's gonna be Whataburger themed.
Yeah, it is.
And so me and Selena, my
What
sister,
a burger.
have just been like coming up with creative things that we're gonna do for it.
And just to
hashtags
clarify,
and-
just so everybody, I love Whataburger.
Mm.
It is anybody who in and out is what go away. By far the best fast food burger on the planet. All right, come at me, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I'm
care.
excited. It's what a birthday.
Yeah, can't
What
wait.
a guy. What a Herm.
What a that's the number 3. It comes with bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a Herm.
Yeah, comes with bacon, no
And
onions.
special sauce.
Yeah. What's up?
Ay,
Gross.
ay.
Yeah, but with that said, we want to thank our official sponsor, Anchor Financial Solutions Group. They are also veteran owned. They are sponsoring this show and our studio show whenever we go out there, and they'll be hopefully we'll be able to get them on for a quick snippet about their business and all that stuff. But for all your financial needs, by all means, reach out to us. We can get you connected with Sarah and the group out there, and we can get you guys taken care of.
Yep, this Anchor Financial Group. They have several financial professionals there that can help you with retirement planning, with investing, with looking at all of your finances and how you have them organized. They're a really great group, really knowledgeable, 20 plus years of experience.
Oh no, combined it's over 100.
Oh yeah, they were telling
Yeah,
us.
combined is over 100.
Combined.
Yeah, 'cause they've been there's 4 of them, and they've been doing it for years and years and years. So yes, they've
3 of
got
them.
some experience. 4 total.
4 total?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you got Jen. You got the people that like that assist and that
They're
they help,
great.
and they're again
Such
they
an
have-
amazing team.
Absolutely.
So
we just went to the Christmas party.
We
so.
did. It was great. And so we'll get all of their information to contact them. It'll be in the show notes. You can reach out there, but you can also contact us and we can connect you to their group. And like I said, we'll have them on a show coming up so that you can introduce the team and see how amazing they are. Of course, veteran owned and supporting veterans and their families. So we thank them so much for sponsoring us and helping us to continue on with this show and the studio show.
Absolutely.
Yep. So if you enjoyed the show and want to continue to see it, all the likes, subscribes, shares are so helpful to get the word out there.
Comments. If you comment, and that's another thing, I didn't realize that it was as important as it is, but commenting on our feeds, whether it be Facebook or Instagram or even YouTube, to comment and just interact with the show. It definitely helps with other people seeing the show. So obviously the more eyes and ears we can get on this, the better it is for us.
I was watching, I wasn't watching, Gordy was watching a kid's YouTube show, and I was like, if you liked what you heard, hit the heart button. If you want your friend to hear what we heard, hit the share button. And if you want to continue to hear us and everything that we're doing, hit subscribe. So
there you go.
There you go.
Do all those things.
Do all the things.
Yeah, buddy.
And share.
Anywho, we're going to go do adult things because apparently we're the adults in the house. So you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck out of here because we got stuff to do.
Okay,
bye. Love you. Say it again. Huge thank you to our sponsors for keeping Herm's house going. Your support helps us continue our mission to uplift veterans, families, and our community.
If you want to support the show, it's easy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or partnering with us, reach out anytime at Herm's House Podcast on Instagram or email us at hermshousepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for visiting Herm's house. Y'all come back now, you hear?